For today's video, we are going to be going into week 4 and 5. It's kind of a combination of the two for me. And also going to be going over just my symptoms, how I'm feeling in these beginning stages, and all of that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. Thanks for joining me again. If you are new here, then my name is Mariah and I am just now transitioning from a TTC journey to a pregnancy journey, which is so very exciting. If you are a returning subscriber, then to all of the ladies who have been supporting me and some of the gentlemen who have been supporting us throughout this process, just thank you so much. We are so grateful to have had you along for the ride with us, and you've all been just so very encouraging through some of our tougher moments and also some of our more, victorious moments. So yeah, I'm glad to be able to start finally sharing these things with you guys. Let's go ahead and get into my symptoms during week 4. Now, when I did find out, the day I found out, I was actually already 4 weeks and 6 days is how my app predicted it. About 4 weeks and 6 days. So I can tell you guys what I have been feeling that whole week, even though I didn't even know I was pregnant yet. I already pretty much mark everything down as far as symptom wise in my apps. So one of the biggest symptoms for me starting out was that my nipples were getting pretty tender and pretty sore, and usually that doesn't even happen when I'm getting my cycle or my period. It typically does not happen for me unless there is pregnancy involved. So that was the first kind of little light bulb that says, maybe I am actually pregnant. Yeah, they were just really tender. The second symptom I had was fatigue. I was just feeling like I needed to take more naps throughout the day. I wasn't sleeping well at night, so that was an additional symptom, was insomnia. I would literally, and still have been, tossing and turning all night, not being able to really get comfortable, not sleeping for more than 2 hours at a time. That whole vicious cycle in between fatigue and insomnia was definitely another major symptom that I had. The last symptom that I had during that week, and still now, is just kind of extreme thirst. It didn't seem to matter how much water I was drinking. I always felt like I was still thirsty and my mouth was still dry. I have a water bottle that's 32 ounces, so I would drink about 2 of those, and sometimes even smaller mugs with just some hot water in it. It still didn't seem like enough. I still felt pretty thirsty. I've actually switched over to incorporating some Powerade in there because I didn't know if my electrolytes were low or anything like that. Yeah, extreme thirst was definitely another indicator for me. Because of the extreme thirst, I have been running to the bathroom a lot more often. It seems like every hour on the hour I am running to go to the bathroom because I am having to consume so much water, and that is a little bit tough to manage at night just because it's interrupting my sleep, but at the same time I'm dry and thirsty, my throat is dry, and I just feel compelled to drink something. That is becoming a little bit tricky, trying to manage when's my cutoff time for drinking water so that I'm not getting up throughout the night to keep going to the bathroom. Then as I moved into week 5, I got up one morning and I looked in the mirror and I was getting dressed and I was looking at my bra and I went to put it on and I was like, is this bra too small, or my boobs fuller? What is going on? So some of the bras that I have, I still had some room in them. I still just had some space in them, and I went to put some of those on and I was like, whoa, this bra is filled out right now. So my boobs have definitely already gotten fuller. It's definitely not wishful thinking because I am a double D, so I do not require any more up here than what I already have. It's not that I want any more or anything like that, but I definitely can tell that my boobs are getting fuller. I won't say bigger, but definitely a little bit more filled out because I am having a little bit of spillage just on top and a little on the sides. The second symptom I had was a increased sense of smell. Not really in the good way. Our trash can in our kitchen is underneath the sink, and anytime Jeremy would go to open it up, he would swing the door open. It was immediately I'd be wafted with odor, and he wouldn't be able to smell it really, but I could. So I definitely feel like my sense of smell has increased when it comes to things that aren't as pleasant. Third symptom that I started having was acne. And when I say acne, it wasn't just like the little breakouts that I normally get like here and there. I'll get a couple of little splotches. This was like both on my back and the sides of my face, almost cystic like bumps. Like they were so painful, and especially the one that was on my back, it still hasn't really gone away. They are seemingly taking a little bit longer to go back down or to become, I guess, less inflamed. So that was another one of the things that I noticed, was definitely needing to make sure my face is like spot on extra clean, because at this point I think the hormones are just causing my acne to kind of flare up a lot more. So this one is a little bit TMI and not like the most ladylike. I've had so much gas, so much more gas. I've been so gassy and so bloated, and it's kind of uncomfortable just because when I go to sleep, like you start to get kind of those aches and pains, and sometimes it's like a cramping feeling when you can't, you know, quite expel that gas. So I've definitely been a lot more gassy. The last symptom, if you will, for week 5 was definitely the cravings. So I feel like I had slight ones in week 4, but it was mostly in week 5. For whatever reason, one day I had decided that I had a craving for a brownie. Well, I didn't really decide, but I had a craving for a brownie, and it like lasted to so long. Like we were doing other things, we were out and about, and it got to the point where I was like, before we go home, we are going to stop at the store and I am going to get a brownie. And literally when we got home, I freaking demolished it. I am the person who doesn't eat a lot of sweets per se. I can appreciate ice cream and brownies, but I don't really like cake and like lots of candy or anything like that. So not to say that I won't indulge or enjoy in sweet things, but I'm very conscious when it comes to sugar. So for me to like have a hankering that bad for something and want it that bad that I was willing to go out of my way to go to a store to get it, that kind of said to me, okay, this is one of those cravings. And then this week also, in week 5, the same thing kind of happened again with sweet things. I was in the mood for dessert, and Jeremy had offered me 4 or 5 different things, and I was like, I don't want any of that stuff. And he said, you know, I can make chocolate chip cookies, and I was like, whoop, that is for me. I've definitely been gravitating to more sweet snacks versus like salty or vinegary or anything like that. I also was feeling a lot of abdominal twinges, not even like pulling or anything like that, because I feel like it's way too early to be feeling that type of stuff, but it's like almost like a very small area on each side will twinge every now and again, and then right down the center of my lower abdomen, like kind of in my pelvic region, I'll start to feel a few twinges, and they don't last for very long, but it's still enough to make it noticeable and to feel like, okay, something is going on in there. Okay, so basically this is the baseline starting point for our pregnancy. I have started out at a weight of about 165. By the time I go to the doctor, I'll be 6 weeks and be able to figure out what my weight is, and also see if I'm actually going to be 6 weeks, because right now it's just all a prediction. I am going to go ahead and show you guys what my stomach looks like to start out with. I did notice that I have been really bloated, like to the point where most of my jeans, I am not even wearing them because I don't want anything that's going to be tight and restrictive around my abdomen. We have done a lot to get to this point and to get this baby in here, so I am not trying to force jeans or pants or anything like that that are going to make me feel uncomfortable and be restricted in that area. So I'm going to show you guys what my stomach looks like starting out. I wouldn't really call this a bump date right now. I call it more of a bloat date right now. I do have a lot of bloating, so I'll go ahead and show you. With clothes on, here's what I am working with to start out. These pants are still, as you can see, I have like more than enough give in them so I can pull them up and do things like that, but all of my other pants are just too constricting in this area. So yeah guys, that is all I have for you this week. I hope you enjoyed this little update. If you did, go ahead and give us a huge thumbs up, and if you are not already subscribed, go ahead and do that right now. Hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of these updates and you can continue to follow along on our journey. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!